Hey, this is Andy from the Andy Scott School of Golf. We're going to talk a little bit about the definition of chipping versus pitching and how that becomes a little confusing to a lot of our amateurs. So let's start out with definition of a chip. And if you think about chipping, the easiest way to simplify this is to think about when you're on the putting green and you're hitting a putt. When you hit a putt, the ball runs and rolls the entire way until it gets to the hole. Well, chipping is very much the same. I call them brothers and sisters of each other. So when we have a chip, we're probably going to use a club with a little less loft. This is a 7-iron, which is a little less lofty club, which is going to allow us to get the ball on the ground and roll and run to the hole. So if you think about it in a simple fashion, it is minimum air time, maximum ground time. Very similar to the putt. So when you think about chipping, I want you to think about how the ball flies, how it gets on the ground very close to where you're standing and runs out and rolls to the hole. Now, the other definition is the term pitching. So pitching is a little different type of shot. Think about maximum air time, minimum ground time. So if we're going to hit a shot with maximum air time, we're going to need to use a higher lofted club. This is a sand wedge, 56 degrees of loft, which is going to help me push the ball up into the air and land softly on the green. Now as a player, you need to know when it's time to chip the ball versus pitch the ball. My word advice is, if you can, use the chipping shot as much as possible. Try to find a way to get the ball onto the ground and maximize your roll and run of the ball. Now there are going to be times when that's not possible. You might have a bunker between you and the green, and there's no other viable option except to use what? The pitch shot. So we're going to be grabbing our sand wedge, we're going to hit the ball up in the air and over onto the green. So the big thing you want to remember about this, play smart. Always use that chip shot motion, which means you're making a much smaller movement, which gives us a greater chance for success, and our failures will not be as magnified. So again, I hope this makes you understand a little bit better the definition of chipping versus pitching. Make sure you try to use that strategy on the golf course the next time you're out playing around a golf. This is Andy from the Andy Scott School of Golf. Visit us at andyscottschoolofgolf.com and take a look at all our programs.